first guest. And this gentleman, we were making fun of him being the longest reigning Tupelo and Ultimate Champion. Thank God he lost one of those titles finally. But he's still hanging on like a little badger to the Ultimate title. Let's say hello to Taylor Rodriguez.
Can you go back across the wall? Listen, Alex is the new champion. Go down at the end of the damn row.
Welcome.
This has become like a roast.
It has a little bit.
Are you sure this is going to hold me, this chair?
Well, by the end of the night, every
It's
chair's
going
going
to break.
Every chair's going to have to hold you, Jeff. That's just, or just take one with you all the way down.
One of them can hold me.
Oh, there you go. So Taylor, oh, I see you got your.
I got my my souvenir summer festival. Yeah, you guys can get yours over at the table over there for $5.99.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That one's actually spelled
It's in
correct.
blue.
It's in blue. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what, $5.99?
The red is too expensive.
Two of them for $11.
So Taylor, welcome. We have fun, you know, and I hope you were backstage. You didn't see anything that we just got on stage.
Well, I don't know if it played or not, but we were trying to come out to the Mexican hat dance, you know.
Well, they didn't play on the loudspeakers, but we all thought that.
Oh, okay.
So tell me about your experience. This is an opportunity for you guys to kind of talk to us about your love of Elvis and how that came about. I mean, so tell us how did Elvis get to you?
Well, when I was about the age of 6 years old, my parents, we obviously
6 years ago?
6 years ago, yeah, 6 years ago. We basically, my parents would own, you know, Mexican restaurants and stuff. Go figure.
Is that mandatory?
I think so. No, but so my parents would basically drop me off at my aunt's house, and she would babysit me, and she
His
would.
aunt.
My aunt, yes. The northerners. Anyway, and she would play, you know, different Elvis records, and the first song that I ever heard Elvis sing was Blue Suede Shoes, and I just, there you go, yeah, for the occasion.
Available at Lansky's, by the way.
Yeah. And I loved the way it was so much different from that era's music. You know, it was just different. And I just instantly kind of fell in love with the way, you know, Elvis would just perform and his charisma on stage and his stage presence. I mean, he was there. He was a god. You know, I mean, it was just.
I know the feeling.
Yeah. But so that's kind of how I got started, and I wanted to be Elvis for Halloween, so I had a little jumpsuit made and everything. So, and you know, I was shaking my leg and everything else, and Elvis was just so different. So that's what just kind of made me fall into his music, you know, and really fall in love with the way that he would portray different songs, his love songs, his gospel, I mean, everything.
So you had that love, but what did your friends think who were listening to probably what's on the radio at the time?
Yeah, well,
and you become, as we all do, the Elvis guy in your world.
Yeah. I mean, they actually, surprisingly, a lot of my friends supported me. I don't want to say a lot of them, all of them supported me. You know, there was those couple of outsiders that were like, oh, it's the Elvis kid, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, I'm making more money than you. So, I mean, just saying, you know. And so, but yeah, I mean, they definitely supported me. They would come to my shows. They would, you know, watch me sing and everything, and they loved it. So, yeah.
That's great. When did you find out about this? So that's a love of Elvis, but when did you find out about this tribute artist world and what was going on here?
My first encounter was a competition in Live Oak, Florida, and I forgot the name of the competition. But there was do you guys know of that competition at all in Live Oak? Okay, and it's kind of where I first performed. My first Elvis week was in 2012, No.
You're not going to be tested on.
No, I know. In 2013 was my first Elvis week, and
I think it was 12.
Austin Irby and Cody, and we just became friends, you know, and they were like, you need to go to this competition in Live Oak, and that was my first competition. I think I
Did
placed
you have a
second.
first tribute artist you saw? Do you remember the first tribute artist?
Joseph Hall and Ryan Pelton. They were doing a run at Legends, and I think both of them were there at the same time because Ryan came out in the blue Hawaii, you know, shorts and everything, and Joseph came out in the leather. And so
Are
I
you
saw.
sure this was at Legends and
This
you
is
weren't
at
just...
Legends. This is at Legends. This is at Legends.
Just want to make sure you weren't at
Yeah.
a party at Live Oak.
Yeah. But those were my first tribute artists I ever saw.
So then competitions start, and you do very well. Do you think it's helped you to become an ultimate, or do you think once you know, it's kind of like Orson Welles with the
Yeah.
first movie. You do Citizen Kane. Okay, now what do you do?
Yeah.
Nobody remembers Magnificent Ambersons, you know. So you became an ultimate at a very young age, and you've been the longest reigning ultimate. But you've capitalized on that, and you've formed your own company. Now you're doing festivals.
Yep.
I mean, you guys have really gotten smart about the business.
With the help of Jeff and Cody
Yeah.
backstage.
But you guys have gotten
yeah.
business smart.
Yeah.
You're not relying on getting gigs, you're making gigs.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's a smart thing to do because you're investing in something that we have a passion, you know, for, and that's to keep Elvis's legacy alive, and that's something that we want to invest in because we want to teach younger kids that this is real music. You know, the music that we hear today. I mean, it's decent, but it's not. Yeah, I mean, seriously, I mean that's the way I look at it. I mean, it's different and it's not real music. Everything is computerized and.
I host a morning show on Sunny 93.3, Monday through Friday, 6 to 10 a.m., and I play AC music. I play adult contemporary. So I'm playing Billie Eilish and Lady Gaga, and I'm always fascinated, and Bruno Mars, who's
they're great.
who's
They're great
fantastic.
artists. They're great artists.
Yeah, but sometimes I'll look at the song and I'm like, it'll get finished, and I said, that's so and so. It took 9 people to write that song.
Yeah.
The number of writers on songs today
Yeah.
is tremendous. It's like 8 or 9 people,
Yeah.
and there's somebody that's just in charge of drums.
Yeah.
He gets in writing credit. So
It's not even drums though. It's
yeah.
just an electronic board and they
Yeah.
just hit it. You
So
know?
It
I
ain't
mean,
DJ.
No,
but you know, but
no.
for that generation, that's their music, and that's great.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that you're making an effort, because we do see, even younger than you, we do see there's something about, and I always say this, whatever it was about Elvis in '54 that spoke to those 14-year-olds and 8-year-olds, it's still happening.
Yeah.
And all we have to do is just get them to Elvis, and as Jerry Schilling says, and Elvis takes care of the rest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, so that's what we have to do, ambassadors for Elvis, and you guys do it because you guys are giving that moment to those kids, and a lot of people that never got to see Elvis live, and they get to feel like what it would have felt like.
Yeah.
But for you, what is going through your mind when you're on stage looking out and seeing, and because in your mind you've got lyrics going on, you've got moves you have to
Yeah.
do, you've got, everything is just flying through your mind when you're
Yeah.
on stage. But what do you think when you look out and see these incredible people?
Well, I think I know what I think is, I hope I'm doing good. Like, I want to do the best tribute that I can to Elvis. That's always running through my head. It's like, okay, I hope I don't screw this up. I hope I don't do this. I'm very, like, critical, and I think we all are,
Oh, yeah.
you know. But that's my first kind of thought is, okay, I just hope they like it. I just hope I do good.
Yeah.
And I hope I'm doing Elvis proud. That's kind of the thing that I'm thinking of. Like, because I see some faces, some are smiling, some are just sitting there kind of like looking, and I'm like, okay, does she like me? Does she not like me? Did I do something wrong? You know. Yeah.
Talking about when he says all the stuff you have to remember, the last time I put on the jumpsuit, I had not done it in a while, it was in Oklahoma, but I remember I walked out in the sundial, and I hadn't done it in a long time, I was kind of sick too, and I realized about a minute into the song, wait a minute, where does the thumb go again? Oh crap, my leg's in the wrong spot. And so when you see guys like Taylor and Bill and all these Dinos, the craft that goes into what you're saying about, you know, having to know lyrics, movements, where did his arm go? And I walked off and I said, well, that's it for me. I'm just going to stay here.
And yeah, and that's how we're all very critical of ourselves. But I think the one thing that goes through all of our minds is, I hope we're doing Elvis proud. I mean, that's just what it comes to.
And we heard from Linda. We heard from Linda last week that he would be blown away by you guys. Absolutely, because he knew of Tributars when he was alive, and he thought, wow, that's amazing that they're spending all that time. And what came so natural to him, what he was just doing naturally, you guys have studied, and you make it look natural. So thank you for making it look natural.
Thank you.
Taylor Rodriguez. And we want to say we look forward to your performances this weekend. You surely will be doing more than just this this weekend. Yeah. Okay, good. I thought, because we've spent a lot of money to get you here. Well, I haven't, but
I guess not.
And by the way, these are not dishwasher sets. Now, see, now we're going to have to pay for that. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate that.
Well, it's worth $1.99 now.
You always want to have the logo on both sides in case you ever get to a left-handed. This is the tuberculosis edition. Thank you. My mom had TB, by the way. Me? Oh, okay. Thank you. I came up with that joke in 3rd grade. Yeah.
I don't think they caught it. I think it kind of went over their head.
Nobody in 3rd
Who
grade.
got it?
She said that.
My mom had TB. Me. It's okay. They didn't get any 3rd grade either. I was watching Carson, even then, stealing jokes and trying to. I would wear little jackets to 5th grade and sit at tables and go, "Hey, our next guest at the lunch table. Here, Elvis Campbell. Hey, Pam, how you